Can you hold? Have you ever heard that before? Can you hold? Isn't that really annoying? Do you ever get something, before you can even speak, it's, can you hold? Yes, please. And suddenly you're put on hold and you get this, I don't know, who the hell records that music you get, by the way? Where the music comes from, I don't know. But you get given this terrible music, or worse still, company advertising. And you're stuck. So what's that got to do with time management? Real simple. Because the more time you spend on the service desk and the help desk to support me, more time, you're managing my time, not your time. Your time's not, I don't care about your time. You do what you want with your time, but don't waste my time. Time management is all about making sure that when I call you, I get the maximum service in the minimum amount of time. That's real simple. Maximum service, minimum amount of time. Don't put me on hold. Don't keep me hanging around. Don't keep asking me dumb questions. Keep things moving. Remember, it's the customer's time we're wasting if we're slow, if we're not efficient, if we don't know what we're doing, etc., etc. And that time can't come back. I don't get it back. Remember, I've still got to finish my job. You keep me hanging around for 30 minutes, I've still got to finish that 30 minutes work at the end of the day. Time can't be recovered. I can't get it back again. You can recover anything else. You can recover a disk space, you can recover a database, you can recover a line. You can't recover my time. More time equals less problems. That's the rule as far as I'm concerned. I get more time if I have less problems. You see, the biggest waste of time is calling you in the first place. Think about it. If I don't have to call you, I'm not wasting any time at all. So as far as I'm concerned, from the minute I decide I have to telephone you, email you, whatever, however way I get in touch with a service desk, that's the time. I start losing time right there. And to me, time equals revenue. I get paid for X number of hours per week. My boss wants me to work those number of hours, not sit around waiting for phone calls back from the service desk or listening to lousy music while the service desk are not answering the telephone. So time equals money. It's as simple as that. The other thing is, bad use of time reduces enjoyment. If I make a telephone call to the service desk, for example, and I get the telephone answered fairly quickly, we'll say 20 seconds, fairly quickly, the person on the other end is organised, is slick, asks the right questions, gets things done well. At the end of it, surprisingly for me, that's a reasonably enjoyable experience. What isn't an enjoyable experience is waiting and waiting and waiting and then find the person I'm talking to doesn't really understand my problem, doesn't really ask me the right kind of questions, interrupts me, gets in the way, slows me down, puts me on hold, etc., etc. To me, that's time I can't get back, as I said earlier. But it reduces the enjoyment of the call. There's no fun in that. I'm not enjoying that. I'm not getting any good feeling from that. There's nothing fuzzy there. Fun problems. You know, sometimes we get a problem that's so interesting, we want to make it last longer. So I've got this nice, interesting person. Someone's called in. They're an interesting person. They've got an interesting problem. I think, oh, wow, this is great. 20 minutes on this is fantastic because this is really interesting. This is a challenge. And maybe I might go a bit further than I should do, simply because I'm tied up with the fact that it's a more interesting thing for me. No. Fun problems have got to be fixed just as quick and just as efficiently as all the others. You know, the interesting thing, which is bizarre, and I don't want you to get this wrong, but very often nice people, pleasant people on the help desk actually waste more time than people who just get on with the job. I'm not talking about rude people, don't get me wrong here, but people just to get on with the job. You look, nice people want to socialise. Nice people want to say, how are you, what you doing, etc., etc. Now, that would be pleasant for us if we could spend all that much time. Wouldn't it be nice if we were told, on every call, you could spend X% of it just socialising with the person, just building a relationship. But I don't want your relationship. I want you to fix my problem. That's what I want. So, you know, be nice to me, of course. Treat me as a human being, of course. But more than anything else, don't waste my time. Waste my time, and you're dead.